Alright guys, we got Joe's engine here on the stand. The heads are in the back, got the frame painted. We're at the cleaning part is over. So I'm almost done with the block here with the surfaces. Let me show you a little. You see those mill marks right there? That's why we need sealant on the bed plate. See all those mill marks? Those are the factory mill marks. Now, without taking the bed plate off, normally I would clean it on with the grain of how this was surfaced. You can see it was surfaced like that. So normally I would want to clean it going this way across it because it makes the grain better. Well, it's not going to be a big deal. We put sealant on the oil pan cover right here. We need a little bit of sealant just to fill in all those imperfections. You guys see that? And then when we clean this deck surface, we need to brake clean and clean the heck out of it so that the sealant can actually get in the pores of the metal. So it's another little bit. This is Joe's. His deck surfaces look pretty good. Let's look close at it. See if it'll focus. That's almost done. I've been working on these. Granted, see a lot of that stuff. See that? It'll wipe off. It's not final cleaned, ready for assembly, but what we've pretty much done is tried to get all of the carbon and nasty crap off of it. Got a little bit of stuff leaking out. I know that kind of looks like crap, but it actually feels wonderful. All the carbon is just about gone. Let's see what we got up here. If I can wipe that off. No, not kind of. Like I said, it's not completely done and ready for reassembly, but it's getting pretty close. We can go back here. He's got one right here. Let's see if he surfaced it yet. Has not surfaced it. On this job, the guys were good. I mean, they weren't 100% good, but they're good. We didn't need to go through all that. Not when, I mean, we just didn't need to. So we lapped them all in, getting ready to surface them. We just lapped, okay? Now, a lot of you guys might bang on us, but whatever. We don't need to get all carried away and change the whole freaking world. We lapped them, put new springs, new seals, and it'll be a refresh. Right there, that's all surfaced. It's got lint on it, but that's because it's not done, see it? So this is one of them, surfaced, lapped. Honestly, it's ready for assembly. So that cylinder head is almost done. I'm sure the other one will be pretty well knocked out. Covering this all back up. All the valves are identical I didn't mean that. All the valves are specific to each individual spot. So these have all been lapped in. See if I can get it to focus. These have all been lapped in. And you can check your valve seat, you can check the margin, you can check everything right there. So each one, this has a spot. You can't just lap them in. Once you lap a valve in, it's locked in to that guide and that seat. So it's married to it. That's how we roll. That's how we do it. So heads ought to be done. The Fel-Pro gasket set that we've been using is not being available. So some of this might be Ford parts. We'll still use Fel-Pro head gaskets on it. So we'll see. I mean, things are just not available. It's hard to get parts. And it sounds like cliche and a bunch of crap. Well, I'm sitting here waiting on parts. So it actually happens. What else we got? The turbo right here, we did go ahead and crack it. Impeller doesn't look too bad. Not really. Fins look pretty good. I mean, like I said, remember we had boost, so I've been burnt by it before. I mean, a lot of times you can take this right here and just grab it. After this has not been cleaned. Actually, Darian waited until I wanted to show it, you know. So after we take all these fins out and we clean them all, at the very end, at least you can do is there's normally a little ridge right there, like that goes over and hits something, right? It's not hitting the other vein, see that? It's actually hitting a ridge down right there. So when there's no other vein, just kind of, once you're done cleaning, just push down real hard and scrape it side to side. Try to get any ridges on there knocked off. And it's not perfect, but I'm not meaning right now. I mean, after, when you put the fins on, when you put the vanes on for final, for we're ready to put the turbo together. Put it down and just shake it back and forth like that. That's all you gotta do. That's all I'm saying. Quick little tip, just shake it back and forth. The arm has a little wear on it right there, but not catastrophic. It's really not. Could be a lot worse. The fact that it's got wear on both sides, let me show you. A little bit of wear on both sides just means it struggled here and there to get it to open and close. You can see right there the unison ring has got a pretty good dent in it. I mean, I've seen a lot worse. I mean, we can throw a new unison ring on it if you want to. That'll give you, you're gonna lose about what? I mean, what do you guys think? 7 to 10% of your boost. We're losing it right there. Not even that, probably 5% of the boost is lost right there. The thing that sucks is that it won't get any better, right? All it's gonna do is wear more. But that definitely has a lot of life left in it. You know, a unison ring's $100 some odd or something like that. I mean, you can ride with that. I'm just saying, you can. Because chances are you'll buy a unison ring and then in 20,000 miles or 40,000 miles or who knows, this thing could shear a shaft and you're buying a new turbo anyways. So what I would get at would be to ride with that. Don't spend any money on this thing. Let's clean it up. Let's put it back on the truck. And if and when this thing decides something about it takes a crap, you just replace the turbo. So that's, save your money on there because we replaced that for $100. You still have a little bit of wear on the arm. I just let it ride. Let it ride. If we have a turbo issue, buy a turbo. You know, I found that a lot of times that would be the most cost efficient way for ownership of the truck, right? I mean, trying to squeeze that extra 5% of boost out of that unison ring right there for 130 or 100 some odd dollars, it's just not, it doesn't make sense, not in my mind. So I would ride with the whole thing. And anything else? Not much to really show, but we're gonna clean it all up and hopefully we get the parts, the seals, the gaskets. There's the front cover, it's clean. Rear cover, I still gotta do the upper oil pan and the oil pan. Oil pan is right here, not clear coated. Just been hanging out all night. That paint needs to dry before we clear coat it. It'll look phenomenal clear coated. I'm going for the blue for the truck. It'll blend in real good, it'll look great, promise. Gonna grab another pump cover, get the branch tube in, get some lifters in. We gotta do that before we put the rear cover on. It's just another day in the office. Let's roll along, time to have fun. Have a good day, guys.